He did, honestly.
Do you know what I call him Bootstrap Bill, because in Pirates of the Caribbean there's a Bill Turner.
Yeah.
William Turner. They call him Bootstrap Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bootstrap Bill.
But that chair is 1885. It's an antique.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that older or younger than you? I can't remember.
Just a bit younger than me. Yes. He's younger than me.
You're on video.
Oh no.
There we go, 18.
Well, David Cole. I'm David Cole from England, living in the city of Exeter now. 80 years old next month. Joined Global Outreach 1980 and been with the mission ever since. And just January the 6th completed 60 years in full-time Christian ministry. That's my story.
It's a little bit like Dragnet. It's like just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts.
He didn't want it to.
And we have 2 children, Matthew.
Oh, and you do have a wife.
Yes, this is
I have a
Kathryn.
wife.
And the video is on her now.
And what do you call Kathryn? You have
Yes.
a special name.
Here's my wife,
Well,
Kathryn.
he when he lets me out now and again and gives me a whirl.
Give you a
Because
whirl.
most people only know him.
That's right.
I know
We were-
how you feel,
Yes.
We were
Kathryn.
married August the 7th, 1971. And so August the 7th this year will be our 50th wedding anniversary.
Do you ever get asked that?
Yes.
Are you Alan's wife?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Kathryn, there
And I
must
say,
be a place.
yes, I am. I'm
Yeah.
David's wife, but I'm known as Kathryn.
I'm just
Yeah.
Alan's
There
wife.
must be a place where he's Kathryn's husband.
Oh yes.
Where? There must be one place.
Yeah, well now, there was one lady that ran a mission here in Exeter for down and outs.
I believe
She-
Alan went there.
She
The
introduced
Christian Alliance.
Christian Alliance, yes, Miss
Down in
Lean.
the town.
Miss
Yeah,
Lean,
maybe.
Rescue
and
mission.
she said,
Sounds familiar.
Mr. Cole,
Oh,
Mr. Cole is silver, Mrs. Cole is gold.
Go. Yes, Kathryn.
Gold. Yes.
dear.
Oh, and
Actually,
tell them the joke when you were down there New Year's Eve.
Oh yes, I was down there New Year's Eve, and
That
they
was-
got sort of down and outs and people that had missed their way in life, and there was this very, very pregnant lady. So I said to her, I wish you a very happy Christmas and a nappy New Year. And Miss Lean said, Mr. Cole, you don't say things like that to these people.
yeah.
Yes.
Well,
But I thought that was a good joke, really.
well, I thought that was
That's a good joke.
But then a lot of
She
people
thought it was
don't know
out of
what
order.
nappies are.
yeah.
Babies wear nappies. What do they call them?
Diapers.
Diapers.
I couldn't
Or
say
diapers.
I
You
couldn't
just call
say,
them diaper?
yeah. I couldn't say a diaper. New
Or
Year.
diaper.
Diaper. Yeah.
Oh, it's right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh.
goodness. The first time I was here, I can't, was it 1985?
1985.
1985 with a group of,
Group of
was it 2 teams or did one team
Prince
just
of
come?
Peace team.
Did
Prince
you
of
have
Peace.
Lyndon with you?
Linda?
Lyndon.
Lyndon.
No.
No.
Yeah, I was the only guy.
That's
and,
right.
And these girls were firecrackers, but I was only made the leader because in '85 the guy was the leader.
Yes.
And these women were all leaders,
Yes.
and they did not like the fact that I got. And I didn't like the fact that I was the leader.
I think you
Oh,
had
the
one called Rosemary,
Oh yeah, she was a
And she
sweetie.
did-
That's
yeah.
right. She was yeah.
and you did that song at camp. That's the only thing I can remember.
Gushy Gushy Ice
Gushy
Cream?
Gushy,
You know what?
Big ice cream.
Okay, my highlight of my Christian life in this world is going to be I was helping to chair the 94-95 mission conference in Ontario Bible College, and I had Helen Roseveare doing
Oh,
Gushy
did you?
Gushy Gushy Gushy
Oh.
Good Ice Cream. And there's a whole line of these famous Bill
Yes.
Crombie, Bill
Yeah.
Crombie,
Yeah.
Bill Crombie
Bill. Yeah.
down south of Africa
I
where
don't know.
his sister was killed horribly,
Oh,
and he
really?
went into the prison and talked to her. Bill
right.
Comrie.
No, Ralph.
No, Bill
Was
Ralph Comrie.
Yeah, Comrie. I thought it was
Yeah.
Comrie.
So he was doing Park Alarm.
Oh yes, that's
Flying
right.
through the park, splash.
I remember now. I've forgotten that bit.
Did you remember that? Oh my goodness.
It was such good fun.
It
though.
was. It was. Anyway, so
And so you had Helen Roseveare. You met
Helen
her.
Roseveare.
Yeah.
Yes, I did, and they were such troopers, because
Yes.
the principal was, I think it was Dr. McRae. And Dr. McRae just loved all of our drama and everything else, but he was a little bit iffy whether we should have the missionaries,
Yes.
you know, the A missionaries
Yes.
do that, but they were troopers. They
And
had such
you did a
fun time.
drama, was it The Sin Box?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Yes.
Oh,
See, I remember them.
But
And
you see,
Hands.
Oh, Hands.
And I've
yeah.
used that with
that's a
Christian
great one.
Endeavour, that same
Yeah.
one.
That's
That was very good, that.
yeah, that
but
Hands
we
was
had
really good.
Prince of Peace teams on for a number of years.
Yeah,
I mean, they were wonderful. We had church teams over as well,
yeah.
just from one church, and it was wonderful.
Well, you had us meeting like the mayor of Manchester, and you know, like we were on newspapers.
That's right.
It was something else.
It was
And the
wonderful.
crowds that we were able back in the 80s.
Yes. You could
Yeah.
get
There was
them.
sometimes you'd have 100 people
Yes,
in the middle
wonderful.
of High Street to watch us do our thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Now Bill Turner though, Bootstrap Bill, well, he was the funniest. So we saw him down in his place in London.
Yes.
Where did he live again?
He was
Croydon.
at Croydon.
Croydon.
Yes.
And he was down there, and we were in front of McDonald's. McDonald's ran out because they thought we were animal activists.
Yes,
We
yeah.
told them, no, we're just evangelists. And that was okay.
Yes.
And there was a guy heckling him.
Yes.
And he says, "Sir, you've done 2 things wrong today." And he'd go back doing his message in the sketchboard.
Yeah.
And the guy would say, you know, he'd be heckling some
Yeah.
more. And, "Sir, you did 2 things." He did that 3 times.
Yeah.
"Sir, you did 2 things wrong today." And eventually he couldn't deal with it. He says, "What 2 things have I done wrong?"
Yeah.
"Well, first of all, clowns belong in a circus.
Yeah.
Second of all, clowns are paid and you're doing it for free." The crowd was so behind Bill, he couldn't heckle anymore.
Oh.
No.
he was
And
so-
Dottie Kernigan.
Oh, Dottie, she came and rescued our team.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was
After my,
wonderful.
'Cause there
after
was-
my leadership.
Well, no, but there was, I mean, it was there was a difficulty, I remember.
Yes.
We ran into at camp.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I
right.
remember that.
And you know, that is the reason I decided to come back to Global Outreach Mission. Although that was kind of a bit of a disaster,
Yes.
just the way that Global Outreach dealt with something that went wrong, to me, I thought really showed the character of who the mission was. Because it was a situation, yeah, it was bad,
Yes.
but it's not how you fall, it's how you kind of
Get
deal
up.
with it. And
Yes.
I thought you guys dealt so
But-
And somebody was homesick with me on the team one year, and I remember her saying, "Honey, how long are you over here for?" 6 weeks. And, well, can't you, get over it and do your best for the 6 weeks you're here? You'll
But
soon be
we-
back home, sort of thing. She had a way of
Yeah.
doing it.
She was, yes.
We met Dottie first of all in Nassau when we were pastoring there, you see. She came to our mission conference and she said to Dr. Blackwood, "Is there anywhere that an old white-haired woman like me can
70s
serve,
or over 70s.
in global outreach?"
Yeah.
He said, "Where would you like to go?" And she said, "I want to go to the Caribbean, work with the Rastafarians. I want to go to India. I want to meet Mother Teresa. I want to go to the UK." And he said, "You're on board."
No.
And she went back to that church in Nassau year after year, and that's where she passed away, in that church.
At
Did
a
she
mi-
really?
at a missions conference in
At a-
Nassau.
At a mission conference.
She collapsed during
Wow.
the conference.
Yes.
Well, didn't she get involved? Cause I think her husband was an industrialist, or what
He was
it?
he was a pilot.
A pilot. That's right. That's right.
But
Because
he
when
w-
he passed away, that's when she.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
right. She
yeah.
said, "I'm going to devote the rest of my life to serving the Lord."
Yeah.
And she went to Southern Ireland, she came here, she went to India, then the Caribbean working with the
Oh,
Rastafarians.
She
in
she was
Nassau.
good on drama too.
She
And
was.
she wrote a drama and did it at the missions conference in Switzerland.
Oh my goodness.
And it was really good.
She might have been in her 80s and had white hair, but she was
Oh,
like
she was
mid
wonderful.
20s. She was just like one
Oh,
of us.
wonderful.
She,
Yeah.
we had to,
Yeah.
all the Prince of Peace teams had to give me their passports, and she wouldn't give me her passport
Because
because
it had her age.
she didn't want me to know her age. You see, but one of the teams, when we were in Chingford, one member of the team lost their passport. You see, because they wouldn't give it to me, and it was a whole
That
rigmarole.
wasn't Dottie.
That wasn't.
Are they still there?
No.
Do you
No,
know?
but it,
Videotape.
Yep,
all
you're
the
being
time.
videoed.
oh,
Well, this is what happened. We just do this for hours and hours and hours, and we don't even know what happens to the time, do we?
No.
No.
And can you edit all this?
Yes, some
Yes,
bits may-
Alan can edit.
Oh, good. Thank,
Why-
You might
why?
need to.
thank the Lord. Well, I just want to say what a joyful privilege it is to have you two in our home today.
Mm.
Yeah.
We thank God for bringing both of you into our lives.
Yeah.
And we'll never forget Alan when he first came in 1985. Made such a great impression on so many people and the ministry.
Slept
the
in
Prince
our
of
attic
Peace.
room.
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was going somewhere else.
Yes.
Okay, it's all good things.
No,
Okay.
the Prince of Peace team.
Oh, and where did you think it was going?
I don't know. You never know with him. He's a little slippery. An absolute blessing. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
Yeah, so
Were you in the team that they all wanted to stay here the last night?
Yes.
Yes. We
Yes.
had them everywhere, didn't
Yes,
we?
we were sleeping everywhere.
Because we were going to put you in groups in different
Me
places.
and Brad, I think his name was Brad, I can't remember,
Oh,
slept
yes.
up with your son, up in the loft.
loft.
Mhm.
And I know
With all
we,
the bird because he had bird posters everywhere.
Yes.
that's right.
Yes.
Ornithologist.
That's what it was.
And we had sleeping bags down
Yes.
here, Dave and I, and Dottie said, well, at least, she said, have them where you face each other.
Yeah.
So was that the only time it ever happened where we all wanted the two teams to
Yeah.
be together? Did that
Yes.
never happen again?
No.
Oh yeah.
They said, oh, look, it's our last night, we all want to be together.
Yeah.
So we had you all over the place.
And we had a team here as well that had just come from India, and they wanted to show us all the Indian clothes that they were wearing. And I can remember them sitting all around here. The fire was on, and we had what's that? And the sari was burning.
Dave said, oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
so
The silk little thing.
Oh, yeah, very fine.
Yes. So sorry.
Okay, with that you can stop.
Okay.
I went to.
We're off to, where are we going again? Where are we going? Walking?
Walking.
Woken.
You better get in your
Yes.
head where you're
Walking?
supposed to be heading.
Yeah, we have
Have you
another
got-
stop.
Have you got it on your?
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah, got it,
We
yeah.
we had a Women's World Day of Prayer. Well, they used to have them, and
Yes.
they used to have speakers. They asked me to go and speak, and it was in a Anglican church,
Church of England.
right in a village, and it was so cold in there. But anyway, I got up to do the message, and I thought, oh, the pulpit's a bit dusty. When I put my Bible down, you see, and I thought, it's quite dusty. Anyway, what had happened was my Bible was too near the light, the pulpit light,
Mm-hmm.
and it started burning.
It was smoke. It was smoke.
Yes, it was smoke.
They said this is the first preacher on fire we've ever had. It was so cold the organist played with her gloves on.
It was.
Yes, I looked at it. She was.
And the people in the front rows began to see that.
The smoke rising. Poor old Trev.
This is what we do all the time, is we end up laughing the whole time.
Dear old
I
Trev.
didn't even know that could happen.
Yes, we had
Oh
some.
my goodness.
We had some fun though.
That was good.
Do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. God bless you.
Goodbye.
That's
Bye.
our trip to
Bye.
Exeter.
Whoever you are, wherever you are. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Yes.
What does that mean?